Hello people, this is a continuation from video 5, Wormwood and fear mongering. I don't have much to say much more on wormwood. You guys know what it is. But there's some teachings right there about the red dragon in Revelations. I've covered that in the fact, but I want to say this comes from oh God, I don't remember who it got it from. Oh, NAIG London. Mr. Sharp, Paget Sharp, or Peter Paget. He sent this to me. The Planet 9, as NASA has now claimed they know about, they have talked about it and released it in January of last year, could be references to the Revelation 12 of the red dragon, the planet. I think, Mr. Paget, you are correct. And here's his email that came to me. Actually, he sent it to Carrie Cassidy. And I'll read it to you. To all stations, the further previous warnings of a pandemic dust cloud conditions on Mars indicate we should be watching the serious climate extremes here on Earth. This is now confirmed in the below data, which only touches on some of the more well-known events currently in play. We've talked about these plays. More to follow in the public domain. Circulate to all related departments for their urgent attention and the need to anticipate problems ahead. This is a solar hemisphere event and hardly affected in any way by man-made factors such as the levels of CO2. Peter, I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. You are correct. Let me show you some of these pandemic events. These are some pictures that were sent to me. This was taken in 2017 near North Ridge in Yellowstone. It was caught on a live cam there at Yellowstone. That is an asteroid streaking across the sky. Well, 2018, Maple Creek, Yellowstone. Another asteroid. This is in broad open daylight. And this was in, I believe, January or early February at Steamboat Geysers this year in Yellowstone. Now, some of you might think these are chemtrails, but they're not. You see that? Them are two streaks of asteroids that flew over the region. Now, those who've been following Yellowstone, you know this year, Steamboat Geyser erupted. It hasn't erupted in 30 years, I think it was. It's not pretty sights it's coming. So that's all I'm going to say on the wormwood, the fear-mongering. People, there's no fear-mongering involved here. We are telling you the facts. We are telling you the truth. But I want to talk about the Exodus, the two witnesses. Well, who do you think the two witnesses are? They're in Revelations 11. That is my brothers, the twins. I know what it says, that they will be shot and they will die and they will lay in the streets for 3 days and then the world will see them rise up. That ain't going to happen. But the world is going to see them rise up. But if we look at Revelation 17, verse 9 through 18, we talked about where FEMA is mentioned in the Bible. The dragon is Yellowstone. The 10 regions are FEMA. The czars, they are kings without a kingdom. One has come and one is gone, and yet another is yet to come. Them very biblical prophecies tell us that something even greater is coming. You have to understand who the kings are. It's not a king that sits on the throne. These are people that were signed by Barack Obama. And some of them have changed over now since the new administration. Some of these guys were military leaders and they retired. And I think Donald Trump didn't want them in his administration, although the czar entitlement still stands. But if we go back to Revelations 14, verses 14 through 18, it talks about the three angels. The three angels. So, who do you think the three angels are, people? There's a lot of things in the Bible that a lot of people want to put their hoodoo on. If you can look right down here, there's Revelations, and you can see right there the three angels. Let me read you what my Greek Bible says. And then I saw another angel flying in midair, and he had the eternal gospel to proclaim to those who live on earth and to every nation. And in a loud voice he said, "Fear God and give him glory, because the hour of your judgment has come. Worship him who has made the heavens. Worship him who has created the earth. Worship him who has created you. For he created the seas and the springs of the water." And the second angel followed and said, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great. America is Babylon, which made all the nations drink in maddening wine of her adulteries." And the third angel followed them, and he said in a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast and his image and receives his mark on his forehead or his hand, he too will drink the wrath of my fury, which has been poured full strength into the cup. He will be tormented with burning sulfur in the presence of the dragon." In the presence of the dragon, people. "And the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever. There is no rest day or night for those who worship the beast in his image, or anyone who receives the mark of the beast. This calls for patience and endurance on the part of the saints who have obeyed God's commandments and remain faithful to him. Blessed are the dead who died in the Lord, for now they have risen." So, what is the mark of the beast? Let's take that one little step further. I have a picture of it, that mark. Margaret, I'm going to let you talk about this. This, people, is the mark of the beast. This was passed in Obamacare in 2010. It fell under Health Bill 645. It was Obamacare Section 5207. A microchip.
Yeah.
It has all your information and everything. And they are putting it in newborns today. It's being conducted over in Europe. And most people don't even know it's being conducted.
It's like they were taking the blood from newborns and not telling the parents they
Yeah.
were taking the blood. So they're doing the same thing.
This chip falls under a order that was implicated by the United Nations under Rex 84, Project Lucid, LUCID.
So I'm sure you can find that on the internet.
Well, there's Project Lucid right there. You can find it under I don't remember where I got this. Anyway, there's the document right there. You'll have to look at it. It tells all about it. It's a computerized microchip that is implanted by it has all your financial information. It tells you who you are, where you live, your social security number if you've got that, or your identification card, your driver's license, who you work for, if you're married, not married, if you are married, how many kids you got. It's got everything about you. It probably even knows your jock strap size, to get kind of personal here. And they got down here a do or die situation, because in some countries it is being manually forced upon people. All under the direction of Rex 84. Right there, people. I know there's a lot of stuff on the internet about Rex 84. But I will tell you this. I will tell you this. Some of the stuff on the internet is a crock of crap. But you, the people, make your own judgments. Know what you're looking at. Now, the Exodus. Not a rapture, an Exodus. When the time comes, and the time is transpiring right now, but when the time comes, many, many people are going to be scratching their head. Wow, where'd everybody go? My neighbors are not here. I don't know where they're at. There's kids missing. I don't see no animals. I don't see no birds. Wow, what the hell's going on? Well, wasn't you warned? I know it sounds terrible, and it is terrible. I know some of you will say it's fear-mongering, or he has an ego problem. I got no ego problem. It's not fear-mongering. If I know the waters are getting ready to rise tomorrow, and you're living below sea level, I want to be the first to tell you. I want to be the first to help you. So if you call it fear-mongering, you call it whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you something. The warnings are there. The signs are there. My sister doesn't spend half the day twitting people and answering questions. I don't spend 20 hours a day just looking at seismographs and looking at various earthquakes in North America. I know there's a lot of earthquakes going on in Indonesia and down in Australia or
Bali.
New Zealand, Holland, places like that. That's not what I'm paying attention to. I'm looking at the main players in this. And as I told you, it's going to start in Alaska. It will start in Alaska. Alaska's very active. There's multiple volcanoes erupting now. What starts in Alaska will carry over to the Cascade Fault Line. When the Cascade Fault Line ruptures, it's lights out, people. There's not that much time yet, but the Exodus will be taking place. And I've told you, you may have a dream. You may have a vision. You might hear something talking to you. There's nobody there saying, go here or go there. Listen to it. It's that third eye, that soul, that God gene, that gift that you all came to this world with is speaking. Go where it directs you. Something will happen there. One of two things will happen. Either you'll see the craft and it will land and take you, or you will be transported through a pulse beam and then rematerialized. This is not Star Trek. You will be rematerialized and you will be taken to one of the ships out there. Jobby down in Australia, I hope you're listening to this, my friend, because it's going to be people like you with your attitude that is going to probably not make it. Don't listen to the next guy over here that's calling everybody a bunch of idiots or crazy. They don't understand. They don't want to understand. It's like Bernie Hahn has said, this is not for those who need to know it. It is for those who want to know it. With that said, my brothers, Michael and Daniel, they are here. They are walking among the people. My sisters are here. They're walking among the people. And there's many others just like us that are coming together. They are contacting us.
Yeah, there's many.
And for those who are fearful, what was his name? Jason? Justin. Brother, I will tell you this. Do not be afraid. Do not be fearful. You are protected. Patricia in North Carolina, you are protected. And many, 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 many of you are protected. The world is getting ready to be rebooted. A cleansing is coming. That seventh seal is soon to be open. if Father allows me, I am going to video it. You can see exactly how these seals are opened. The woes of man are upon him. The tribulations has already started. The day of the Lord is a separate event. Do not think the tribulations and the day of the Lord are one and the same. They are two separate events. The tribulations mount and mount after the woes of man have already been witnessed and noted. The tribulation started when that sixth seal was open. It was open midnight 2010, 2011. So here it is, 2018. We're getting very close to the first year anniversary of that opening. There's a 7-year period of the tribulations. And after that, the seventh seal will be unveiled. On that, people, I want to say heartfully and truthfully that we love you. I don't want nobody to perish. I don't want nobody to not make it. There's plenty of room in this new world. This new world is going to be right here on planet Earth. It's called the New Jerusalem. It's not a city. It is a world. I don't expect everybody to learn Arabic. I don't expect everybody to learn Sumerian or Hebrew. But trust me, just have a little faith in me. I'm not the big bag boogeyman as, well, maybe religion has painted me. But after that final 7th year, that 1 hour with my Father is going to take place. It may take place before the 7 years are over with, but I can tell you this, and I will guarantee it. Once I return, that seal will be open. On that, I love you, and take this to heart, and know that we are not only here for you, we're here for others who are having trouble to understand this. Again, if I do not get to your questions, do not think I'm ignoring you. I have, between earthquakes, talking with scientists, talking with my brothers and sisters, and helping my sister and her husband out, and many of you, I will answer them. On that note, God bless you, Godspeed, and I'll see you soon. Much love.